Today, we're plunging into the ever-evolving world of Marvel Studios. We've pulled together the latest reports, strategy news, project updates, basically giving you the shortcut to understanding what's really going on with the MCU.
Absolutely. And our job here is to kind of sift through all that noise, pull out the key insights, and really show you how Marvel's changing its approach to movies and shows. And crucially, what it all means for you, the viewer, going forward.
Okay, let's get into it. It really feels like there's a major strategic shift happening at Marvel right now. What's behind that?
You're spot on. Marvel Studios is, well, they're clearly prioritizing films now for the really big events, the major stories. And for Disney Plus, they're moving towards a more, let's say, traditional TV model. It's not out of the blue either. It seems inspired by successes like their old Netflix stuff, like Daredevil.
Right, and this follows pretty direct criticism about, oversaturation. Bob Iger himself, Disney's CEO, admitted the streaming push kind of diluted the quality.
Exactly. So this new direction feels like a direct answer to that feedback. And what's really interesting here is that the huge crossover events, the kind of thing Secret Invasion maybe tried to be on Disney Plus,
Yeah.
those look like they're being saved strictly for the movies now.
Yeah, that makes sense. A clear signal to make the cinema feel essential again.
Precisely, making those big screen moments feel, well, big again.
Okay, so here's where it gets really fascinating, seeing how this strategy actually plays out in the upcoming projects. Let's take Spider-Man. Brand new day. It's slated for 2026, PG-13, and it's apparently got John Bernthal's Punisher making his big screen MCU debut.
Yeah, Frank Castle on the big screen.
After just appearing in the much grittier Daredevil Born Again series. How do you think that kind of clash in tone works? Seems like a challenge.
It's definitely bold, isn't it? It tells me Marvel's willing to maybe push some boundaries with tone, even within that PG-13 rating. Could be tricky, might divide some viewers, but it definitely opens up some interesting story possibilities.
And then on the streaming side, we've got Ironheart coming up June 24, 2025. Dominique Thorne as Riri Williams.
Right. And that one seems to be leaning into a sort of dark magic versus technology theme. There's even fan speculation based on trailer hints about Mephisto showing up. But just rumors for now.
Okay, switching back to films. Thunderbolts, or the new Avengers as it was rebranded. That came out May 2nd, 2025. Blended psychological stuff with action, but didn't it kind of underperform at the box office? Digital release July 1st, Blu-ray July 29th.
It did seem a bit underwhelming, yeah. And that absolutely puts more pressure on the next films in the pipeline, especially something like The Fantastic Four, First Steps, which is out July 25, 2025.
So does that maybe explain the big Avengers delays we heard about?
Very likely played a part. Avengers, Doomsday is now pushed all the way to December 2026, and Avengers, Secret Wars is looking like 2027. Gives them much more breathing room, more development time to make sure those massive films really land properly. There are even whispers about a team called the Invincible Avengers in Doomsday.
Interesting. So if they're pushing back the blockbusters and being pickier with the shows, what else is happening? Any unexpected returns or maybe cancellations?
Yeah, that's a good question because the strategy shift isn't just about new stuff. We're hearing about a Disney Plus series for White Vision. Paul Bettany returning on a quest for self-discovery, apparently. And get this, James Spader supposedly returning as Ultron, tying back to Age of Ultron.
Ultron, wow. Okay, no date or plot yet, though.
Not yet, but it's a pretty fascinating idea to bring him back.
And speaking of returns, what about Jessica Jones? Lots of buzz around Kristen Ritter coming back for Daredevil. Born Again, any chance of her own series again?
Pure speculation at this point. But yeah, the buzz is there. Fans are definitely hoping for it. Nothing official, though. Oh, and there's a rumor that Jake Schreier, the Thunderbolts director, might be tapped to direct the X-Men reboot for Marvel.
That would be huge.
It would. And here's a funny thing. Kind of contradicts their stated goals. Marvel apparently has 4 untitled movies scheduled for 2028.
4, but didn't Iger say they wanted to cap it at, 3 a year to focus on quality?
He did. So 4 films sparks a lot of guessing. Is it Blade? Shang-Chi 2? An X-Men film. But yeah, it definitely raises an eyebrow compared to that earlier promise. Suggests maybe some internal debate or just, evolving plans.
Yeah. Okay, and on the flip side, any cancellations?
Yeah, it seems Marvel Studios assembled, their behind-the-scenes documentary series on Disney Plus Leader. That's reportedly done. Finished after 22 episodes with the last one covering Agatha all along. Looks like cost-cutting or maybe just another strategic shift in how they handle that extra content.
Gotcha. Anything else on the radar? Comics? Merch?
Quick hits here. There's a Battleworld limited comic series coming September 2025, revisiting the Secret Wars setting. And maybe the wildest news of A Deadpool Batman #1 crossover comic with DC has actually been announced.
Whoa, okay. Didn't see that coming.
Right. A proper comic shakeup. And less surprisingly, new merch for the Fantastic Four. First Steps has started appearing too.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway for you, the viewer? Marvel's clearly in a transition, fewer Disney Plus shows, bigger focus on the movies, trying to respond to that quantity over quality criticism.
Exactly. Connecting it all, it really shows they're trying hard to refine that whole cinematic universe experience, aiming for more impact. Which leaves us with a big question, really. In this world of massive, interconnected stories constantly changing, how do you think success should be measured for something like the MCU going forward? Is it just the box office? Is it critic reviews? Or is it something more personal, like how much these stories actually connect with you?
Definitely something to think about as you keep exploring Marvel's universe. Thanks for diving deep with us today.